The other thing that I'm really excited about is liquidity. So far, it is quite awesome to see that adoption is happening in the crypto space. But what is sad to see is that the answers that people are bringing on, especially for enterprises, are basically the same answers we've had in traditional finance. And that can work because you can just throw money at the problem for a short amount of time, but it doesn't really work at scale. So one of the things that the promise of crypto that I'm really excited by is that finance becomes building blocks, right? Like Lego building blocks. And so liquidity should never be fragmented. It should be unified, it should be composable, and you should be able to just in time as the network demands increase the capacity of liquidity in one product and reduce it on the other product. And that should just make overall the liquidity very efficient. And to give you just a classic example, think of a big firm that has hundreds of millions of dollars. They have many departments, and certain departments are doing yield bearing maybe on treasuries, certain departments are doing maybe market making, certain departments are doing other things. But because they have different departments and they can't compose with each other, the liquidity is fragmented. So their total revenue is fragmented onto their opportunities that they're distributed into. And capital allocation between those is not as fluid because it takes a while to unwind. This all changes in crypto, and that is something that I find super exciting, where you can have the same liquidity that powers your loans be the same liquidity that powers your swaps, something that Euler has kind of pioneered and something that I find really interesting. And then you can take it a little bit step further. You can say the same liquidity for users' funds. What if that is the same liquidity you can use for loans and it's the same liquidity you can use for swaps? And what else can you do on top of it? And suddenly you basically have removed all the middlemen that fragment your liquidity and make it less efficient. You're giving yield back to the source, the people who actually have the money, and you're making the system more efficient, more so than it was ever possible in traditional finance. And when you put this with a 24/7 blockchain and money that never sleeps, what kind of exciting products come out the other side? That's just the reason why I'm here. It's super exciting, still to this day.